Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be opening a collector booster box from the new standard set Murders at Karlov Manor. Did a video of these for a couple sets now. You guys seem to like them, so we're going to keep it up today. So let's go ahead and open this up and see if we get anything cool. I'm not really expecting to make anything off of this per se. I just think there's a lot of cool stuff in this set. I like some of the art treatments, so that's the main thing that we're looking for. Though if we do pull some of those surveil lands, there's a good chance that we could, technically make profit because those have shot up in price quite a bit. I think they were pre-sailing for like $2-3 a piece, and then everyone made the obvious observation that they're broken in a lot of 60 card formats, so they have shot up in value quite a bit. And then there's also some serialized cards in this set. Special like black ink treatment or whatnot. Maybe I should have found a black light for this video, but I don't even know where you would get one of those. So here's a cool clue token, Sharp Eye Rookie. This card's pretty neat. I don't know if it's actually like playable anywhere, but okay, we got a cool commander card. Yeah, what do you guys think of these art treatments? So here are the two main art treatments, right? We got the like case file, right? And then we have, this is the one I really like. I really like this art style. It's just cool. It's very obviously a Magic card. It's very easy to read, but it's there's just something neat and cool about it. Like the circular deduce. Actually, I think this card is actually kind of playable as far as like cantrips go. I feel like that card's actually probably pretty good. But then like the case file, they all look like white cards, even though this is a green card. Everything looks like a white card. I'm not crazy about these. At least they're easy to read, and like the layout's the same as, some of the newer stuff is not so much like that. What do you guys think of these full art lands? I don't know. They remind me a lot of the new Capenna lands, as far as, just being like cityscapes, and that's kind of cool. They're not for me, but I could see why people would like them. However, these just seem busier. Like there's a lot more going on. It's less coherent than the new Capenna one, so not super interested in these. Persuasive Interrogators is a card that I don't really hear people talking about, but I kind of like it. I'm building a Esper clue deck right now, and I'm probably going to throw it in there. It just seems like an interesting, like if you're playing a clue deck that has black, it seems like a pretty good win con, so I'm surprised people weren't talking about it more. Probably not really looking for anything too interesting in the common and uncommon slots, though we do have that new slime card. It's a green common that says you can have like any number of it in your deck and you make slime tokens. That's going for a couple bucks just because people really like decks like that, like rat colonies and dragon's brooches and stuff like that. All right, let's see what we get here. Okay, look, Lush Portico, we got one of those surveil lands. These full arts are gorgeous, by the way. I think all of these surveil lands have really beautiful full art, so that's nice. Got some of the commander cards. Oh, okay, full border Archdruid's Charm. If you guys watched our video where we were talking about it was an episode of our podcast where we were talking about our favorite cards from this set. This was, I think, my number 2 card because it just seems insane, but now that the set's been out, and I actually have one of these in my collection already, this is the second one I pulled from a pack, I'm finding an interesting predicament, which is that I don't know where it actually goes. Like if you are playing like a deck that has a lot of like lands that are very important to your game plan, I could see obviously wanting it there. But in just like the average green deck, I'm actually finding it to be a little less playable than you would think. Teysa, this is a really cool card. This is also probably going to go in my Esper token deck I am building right now. Really, this set really made that deck possible. It's a deck I've been wanting to build for a long time, and this set just added a lot of new pieces to it. There's one of those full art lands. That's the island. That one's actually kind of cool in foil. Still a little busy. I don't think I necessarily would go out of my way to play them, but that one's actually pretty cool. I guess we can at least see. Yeah, nothing of note in the common and uncommon slots. Let's go to the next pack. Pack number 3, Detective Token. I think the Detective subtype is kind of interesting. I don't know why it's necessary. Okay, Commercial District, foil full art. Very, very nice. See, if we keep opening these, we'd be looking good. Oh, hey, look at that. Not a foil, but full art of the Azorius one. I think it's also weird that we went back to Ravnica and we're not really acknowledging the guilds. Hey, there's a foil, not full art. Hey, you know what? We keep pulling these and I'm gonna be a happy man. Yeah, I just really like this art style. I think a lot of newer art treatments in borders and stuff are kind of flops and showcases, but these are really cool. These are like in my top 3. I think Eldraine still takes the spot for me, but yeah, look how busy this is. It's so hard to even understand what's going on. I think the idea is to show off Ravnica more, but it's not really doing it for me. Okay, Demand Answers. I really like this card. I made a short recently that was talking about my favorite commons from the set, and this was my #1 pick. It just seems really playable if you're playing Thrill of Possibility or, you know, any card that has a similar effect. This just seems like a strictly better upgrade in basically all decks, just because you're incidentally going to have some artifacts lying around. And then that's obviously true if you're playing a actual artifact deck or a deck that's going to make a lot of tokens like treasures or clues or whatnot. Oh, hey, look at that. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this is actually, yeah, look at that. Got the glare just right where you can see that. That's one of those ink cards. They have this weird glossy fin. Oh, it's textured. Yeah, if you haven't seen these in person, they're actually pretty cool. I hadn't seen these in person before. These are, yeah, so I'm gonna have to find a blacklight so I can see how that looks under the blacklight. That's, what's it say? It says, but of course, handsome genius. I mean, I can get behind that. All right, for it, this card is insane. I think this is gonna be a new auto-include in pretty much all artifact decks. It's freaking insane. Got a commander card, a couple other foils. That is gorgeous. Look how the blues specifically sparkle in the back of that. That's gorgeous. All right, yep, still don't really like those full arts. We're gonna keep a peek at the commons and uncommons. I know a lot of the viewers of this channel don't play standard, but as someone who likes standard, I am happy that Shock is standard again. I think the red decks can use the help. Detective token, bunch of stuff that no one really cares about. Okay, yeah, this pack kind of stinks. This is the worst card I've ever seen in my life, by the way. Enters the battlefield, destroy target token. Like, there's no way that's ever good. I mean, it's a 2-mana 3/2 with reach, so maybe it's not literally the worst card, but it's pretty bad. It's probably okay in limited just because there's a lot of tokens in this set. So I could see maybe it's good in limited, but you're never going to play it outside of that. On to the next one. Ooh, Delny. Okay, see, this showcase, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine when it's an actual white card. Because then it's obviously a white card. I'm happy to have pulled one of these because it's one of the more expensive cards in the set, and I'm wanting to pick up a couple of them. I have a mono white deck that's just like fair, like creature kind of deck, so it's probably going to go in there. And then I have a couple other decks I've been considering it for. Hey! Extended Border Trouble in Pairs. This card seems insane. I'm going to throw this in a deck and see how it performs. Lost in the Maze. I think this card's kind of slept on. I think some decks might want it. There's a foil Alquist. Ooh, hey, look at this. I was just saying I really like this as a cantrip, Deduce, and now we got a foil of the showcase. So I don't know if it's okay. Murder is not really a card that anyone plays anymore, but that looks really, really cool, doesn't it? And there's the Mountain. Okay, I will say that the Mountain looks pretty heavy metal, but that's all it's got going for it. I still think they're kind of busy looking. All right, we'll take a peek at the commons and uncommons just to see. Nope. Just to see if we had one of those slime cards. There's also a Goblin that's an uncommon in the set that, like, you sack an artifact and you make you put a counter on it and make a red mana. That card's pretty cool, so that's also worth keeping an eye on. Ooh, War Leader's Call in foil showcase. This card seems really good. I think a lot of aggro, go wide token decks, I think a lot of, if you're playing Impact Tremors and you have white, shouldn't you just also play this? Because then it's also an Anthem effect. It's going to buff up your creatures. So not only are you getting more damage as you're making your tokens or your small creatures or whatever, but then they're also, like, they're a little bit bigger, so now you can more realistically attack and block. Lazav, Wearer of Faces. I like this showcase a lot more than the case file one. I just, as some of you guys know, I edit Commander Clash now, and Krim played this Commander on the newest episode, or newest episode at the time of recording this, I should say. It's pretty cool. I actually really like this card. Panoptic Projector. It's pretty good for if you have a face-down deck. Oh yeah, this is one of the Commander cards. Deadly Cover-Up seems pretty good. Anzrag Rampage. This, some people are saying it's like the strictly better Vandal Blast, and I don't know if that's true. I think if you need a Vandal Blast effect in a deck that has a lot of big creatures, then yeah, it's probably strictly better Vandal Blast. But otherwise, I still prefer Vandal Blast because sometimes you just need to just pay the 1 mana to get rid of one thing. Insidious Roots. This is beautiful in the showcase. Foil showcase. That is gorgeous. This card actually seems pretty playable. I feel like there's probably a way to break it and make it really busted. I don't know what that is, but I feel like that's got to be true. Slice from Shadows. This was one of Jason's favorite cards from the new set. I don't get it, but, you know, to each their own. Nothing else of interest. On to the next one. Oh, Trostani. Foil showcase. Again, this showcase is a lot prettier than the case file. A lot easier to read. I like the Ravnica frame. Ooh, hey, look at that. Hedge Maze in full art. Feather. I actually think that this is just like strictly worse Feather. It's very similar, plays very similarly, but I think it's just strictly worse. Got some other cool stuff. There's a foil of that murder I was talking about. There's that foil planes. What do you guys think about cases? I like them conceptually, but I feel like they're actually not very intuitive. I feel like they're actually kind of hard to figure out on your first time playing with them. Pick Your Poison seems pretty good too. That was another one of the commons I really liked from the set. I don't think that many decks are actually going to want it because it's 1 mana. It's not targeted removal. So, I mean, that's nice if you are worried about hexproof or shroud or whatnot. But I feel like that your opponent gets to choose what they get rid of. That's kind of narrow, but I feel like some decks are going to want it. You would think after doing a few of these videos, I would get better at opening packs. So you think I would be better at this for just being a Magic player. Thopter Token. Outrageous Robbery. Zoni. This Zoni actually kind of stinks. I'm kind of disappointed about it because I want to like it. I like Golgari Sack decks. Oh, I love this card. It's a bear that cares about bears. Ooh, Leyline of the Guild Pact in foil. I think this card is going to go down in price a lot. It's like 20 bucks right now or something like that. I think it's going to go down quite a bit, but people are really having fun with this in Modern and stuff right now. I don't know if there's really anything degenerate you can do with it in Standard now that I think about it. Maybe the Domain decks want it. Yeah, nothing else in the commons or uncommons. All right, let's see. Ooh, Treacherous Greed. Extended Border foil. I like this card. I like 3 mana draw 3s. I think this one has a little bit of a hoop to jump through, but I think a lot of decks, the downside's not going to be that hard to figure out. Assemble the players. The card seems okay. Nothing too interesting on this one. Yeah, nothing really of interest here. All right, we got 2 more to go. There's a Lost in the Maze. Rakdos. I like this card. I don't like it as a commander, though. I think it's kind of a waste as a legendary creature. I think if it was just some random other big creature, I would like it better. But as a legendary Rakdos, I don't know if I love it. There's an Ooze. Doppelgang. This card seems fun. I feel like it's actually not that good just because you need absurd amount of mana. But I feel like there's ways to abuse it. There are probably cool things you can do with it. Surprised we didn't hit any of the Ooze cards. Is this a conspiracy? Maybe part of the price increase on those cards is that there just aren't as many of them in existence. Because we didn't open a single one. Well, we're on the last pack. Oh, Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. This card sucks. I like it, but it's pretty bad. Fugitive Codebreaker. Bolt Bender. This is one of the commander cards. Yeah, nothing really. Oh, dang. Yeah, this was a... Well, that's too bad. All right, yeah, this pack kind of sucked. So it's kind of weird that we didn't open any of the Oozes. And it's also weird that we didn't pull that uncommon, the uncommon goblin that people really like. So overall, not the best box, but we got a couple cool things. So as far as our best pulls today, we got quite a few of the Surveillance, which is nice, and a couple of the different styles. So that's nice. These are pretty good. I think most 2-color decks are going to want them. I think a lot of 3-color decks are going to want them. They seem pretty good, so I'm happy to end up with a few of them. We got a War Leader's Call, which I don't think is actually worth much, but This one specifically is really pretty. I'm definitely going to find a home for it. Trouble in Pairs. This card's probably still going for like 20 bucks if I had to guess. And again, I don't really know what the value of a lot of these cards is. So there's probably stuff I'm not thinking about that I pulled that maybe it's worth more than I think or whatnot. Delney, also in the $20 range though. Happy to end up with one. Definitely going to throw it in my mono white deck. I'm going to think about it for a couple other decks. Alquist. Not a great card, probably not a very expensive card, but the fact that we got one of these, see if I can show it off again, one of these ink, yeah, the black, you need the black light to get full enjoyment out of it, but I'm happy to end up with one of those. It's just cool novelty. And then Leyline of the Guild Pact, $20 card. I don't know if I necessarily need one. It's cool to have one in my collection in case I end up needing one, but maybe it's better to just sell it off now while it's still going for quite a bit and people are really enjoying it in Modern and whatnot. But yeah, what do you guys think about this new set? Probably not a very good value set, but there's quite a few cards that I really like. So let me know what you think about the set in the comments. Make sure you check out some of our other videos. We've done a couple other videos talking about this set. And then if you're new, we have a podcast, we have gameplay. You should check that stuff out, and we will see you guys later. Bye.